Alrighty, what is happening, guys? Welcome back to yet another episode of The Wrap.
Hey guys.
We do have a lot to talk about today, so I think we should just get it underway with our first news article featuring Juventus and Pogba.
So basically, Juventus's director Marotta has come out and said that Paul Pogba might be worth more than 100 million euros next year if anyone wants to buy him. What do you think of that?
I think it's absolute bullshit. I mean, his justification from it, he's saying, the market is only going to grow, of course, which is true. But 100 million for old mate? I don't know. They did recently reject Barcelona's alleged offer of 80 million euros. I would have thought it's realistic. That's fine. I would have taken that. But Morata has basically just said they want to win games, and that's why they need to keep him on the field.
I think it's quite reasonable. Yeah, obviously the market is growing, which is why it's so high. But look at everyone else. Look at all these current prices that like De Bruyne for 80 million. Everyone, it just keeps on skyrocketing.
Yeah.
And Paul Pogba is he's 22 years old. He's one of the best midfielders in the world right now. He's gonna be a weapon.
But I mean, he could have peaked too early. This could be his peak right now. No one knows about it.
Oh, he's still going to take that gamble, I reckon.
Yeah.
I mean, like, having a great midfielder he's good, so it's obviously, I think it's worth the 100 million.
If I were him, I would stay
obviously
at
high.
Juventus.
Yeah, I mean...
For at least another 3 years.
Well, I don't know why you'd want to leave Juventus.
Well, they are struggling at the moment.
Yeah, they are. But I reckon he'd do great at Barcelona.
Xavi and Iniesta, going to go soon, and then they'll need some kind of replacement who is as good, and I think Pogba will be as good.
Yeah, he's just all over the pitch. He's a workhorse.
Yeah, he's got a lot of pace to him, he's got a bit of flair, very skillful.
Yeah, last year he scored 8 goals with 3 assists.
That's pretty good.
He played 24 Serie A games, scored a goal in the Champions League.
Yep, that's alright. It's good.
I mean, he has a good long shot. He likes to dribble. Very strong at those. Attributes. It's obviously a lot of money.
Huge investment.
Yeah, but would you rather sign Pogba for 100 million or, say, Gareth Bale for 100 million?
At this point, you'd take Pogba. If you asked me that 2 years ago, I'd take Bale.
There you go, mate.
So I'll give you a very loose answer. I'll ask you another question. Would you rather one Pogba or Schweinsteiger, Matic, and Vidal?
Would they all go for 100 million?
No, but I'm saying all three of them probably would. Yeah, well, you'd probably have enough change in, buying Matic, buying Schweinsteiger, and Vidal to fuel Maradona's drug habit, Who knows that? Yeah, my point is, what would you do? Rather take those 3 players or take the one? Take the one possibly growing player.
For 100 million, I'd take the 3 players.
No, well, there you go.
Obviously. I mean, yeah, but Vidal,
Yeah, I know.
They're all great players, so obviously have 3.
Alright, let's move on to the next article. So Harry Redknapp has come out and said, regarding Liverpool in the Telegraph Total Football live event on Wednesday, I don't fancy Liverpool at all. I think it's their worst team I have seen in years. They look bang average. What do you think about this? And his use of the words bang average, whatever that fucking means.
Look, it's a weird terminology to use.
Yeah, I mean, let's not get bogged down with terminology.
I don't know if it's the worst Liverpool if you compare it to the one
last year
with like Andy Carroll and shit.
Oh yeah.
But I don't like the team either, to be honest.
No, I don't think. I mean, they've sold a lot of their players. They've bought a lot of the older lads from Southampton last year, and they haven't really developed into great players. I mean, they still have Coutinho, who is, you could argue, their only driving force this year.
Yeah, they got Benteke, Coutinho.
Yeah, I don't think Benteke will do a lot of damage. I mean, he's going to do a lot more than Balotelli ever did.
Yeah.
But, we'll see how that goes.
It said that they've lost Gerrard, their leader. Like, they've lost all their characters.
Yeah, I mean, that's another thing. If you don't have a leader who's been in the club for so many years, it's a huge thing. That would be like if Terry left Chelsea.
Yeah, I mean, it's like Zanetti leaving Inter or something.
Yeah, exactly. And then they were kind of downhill before that, but you kind of do go off downhill as soon as your captain leaves.
Yeah, they don't really have that one big player to like...
Yeah, they don't have their Sterling. They don't have their, their standout player.
Do you think that it'll actually be their worst season for a while?
No, I'm still thinking they're going to come in that Europa League spot, maybe. They can push.
Yeah, I mean, if they could get that Europa League spot, it's...
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't aim any higher if I were them. I don't think they will have a chance.
It's not possible, mate. It's just not possible to get a Champions League spot.
No, definitely not. And the way that, some of the middle table teams like last year playing like Stoke, Swansea and Leicester City, Crystal Palace, they're all playing some great football at the moment. It can really challenge the kind of the bigger teams like Liverpool and Everton and the Southamptons. So it's kind of anyone's game at this point.
Exactly. Well, speaking of standout players, you can't get any better than Eden Hazard for Chelsea.
Nah, he's definitely the standout player. I mean, was last year, not so much this season thus far, but in the next article that we're going to discuss, the Chelsea forward has basically come out and accepted the fact that he is not ever going to be a true goal scorer like Messi or Ronaldo. So his logic behind it is, if Chelsea's winning 2-0, for instance, he's kind of thinking to himself, that's enough. He doesn't really have to score any more goals. Messi and Ronaldo don't really have that mentality. They're always wanting more. They always go for the ball extra. They always put in the extra yards. Hazard will probably sit back a little bit if the team is winning 2-0. But what do you think about this, mate?
I agree with him. I never thought of Hazard as a comparison to Messi and Ronaldo at all. I mean, just like of the sheer goals that they score and everything.
I mean, he's only 24. Maybe in 2 more years he could be up there. But
no, I still don't see it.
Well, at this point, no, I don't think so.
Yeah, I mean, he's even said it himself. But yeah, even like when Mourinho has said Hazard is third best player in the world.
Yeah.
I just never really saw it. But
I mean, he's definitely top 5 in my opinion.
It's another discussion for
maybe
another day.
Maybe not this year. Like I said, this year. Last year it was just fantastic.
He's definitely a great player, no doubt about it.
Maybe we'll have this discussion in 2 years.
Do you think what's the better player? Like, what would you rather have? A goal scorer who wants to push for more goals, or sit back mentally?
I mean, every team, you need a goal scorer in your team, but the way that Mourinho plays, he obviously is a defensive player, a defensive manager, and he does want his players to drop back. That's what Mourinho really worked with Eden Hazard over the last few months, with him being defensive, because 2 years ago he wasn't defensive at all. He'd just stay forward. He would score more goals, but he's really changed his mentality of the game.
Yeah, I know that. Obviously, yeah, Mourinho does like the defensive, like his players to drop back, but he also coached Real Madrid with Ronaldo.
Yeah.
I know that was Ronaldo, but he still scored more goals then.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but that's just Ronaldo, man. I mean, what can you do?
He just can't stop him.
He just can't stop him, yeah. I mean, what did he score, like 50, 60 goals last season? It's just inconceivable. So Hazard has said to the press that he's not in search of any records. He does want to score between 15 and 20 goals per season, and then he'll be happy with that. I think that's a very achievable task for him, and I think consistency is very key at his age.
I mean, if you can get 15 to 20 goals, that's great for a winger. I mean,
yeah, absolutely.
Can get that.
Yeah, some
So
strikers. And I mean, he is the penalty taker, of course, in the team. So, which, you know, respectfully, Messi and Ronaldo are as well. So
that's where half of them are going to come from.
Well, that's where that's what they say about Aguero.
All right. Speaking of players who don't score too many goals, Balotelli.
Oh, seamless segue. Yeah, so old mate AC Milan star Kaká has come out and said that Mario is a very talented player. There's no doubt about it. But he must understand that this isn't an easy time for him and really needs to find some motivation in order to use his talent to help the team. What do you think about this? Basically, what he's saying is he needs to change his attitude, even though he is a great player deep down.
I think everyone knows that he had that potential. He still has it. Still young. His career has pretty much dropped downhill.
Oh yeah, massively.
Very, very steeply. AC Milan director has said that he's drastically changing his attitude, coming to training.
He's actually coming to training.
Showing up. No, he's first at training, last to leave.
Yeah, that's good.
I think he realizes that this is his last chance to become something.
Yeah, I mean, he can clearly see that he's going downhill. He's gone from clubs like Manchester City to Liverpool to AC Milan, who did come 10th last season. So he can see that he's physically being drawn out of, you know, higher clubs and going to these lower clubs. So of course he's changing his mentality off the field in terms of like coming to training, all that kind of stuff. But he needs to change his attitude on the field as well. I think that's what it comes down to.
Do you think he will do it? Like, do you think he will improve this season?
Yeah, I think he has no choice, like he said. If he doesn't, he's got very little future. He's going to be playing mid-table Italian clubs for the rest of his career.
So AC Milan.
I'm thinking more Sampdoria.
Yeah.
That
Verona. Well, yeah, he was linked to them actually.
Yeah, exactly.
I want to see him get back to playing for Italy.
I think Italy are in a position at the moment, you know, with Euros around the corner, they do need a proper informed striker.
Yeah.
Their goal difference in the Euro groups alone currently doesn't sit very well. I mean, they're coming second, which is fine, but they are scraping through some victories here and there. But
you saw last Euro, that was Balotelli's peak.
Yeah,
that Germany game.
Yeah.
So yeah, if he can get back to that form, it's a win-win for everyone, mate, except other European fans.
Except yeah. Except Croatia.
Yeah, but I think it's actually in his contract that he has to like,
What, perform?
he has to, I don't know, he has to like fix his attitude. Like, he can't do anything stupid.
How do you put that in writing?
I don't know.
Don't be a dickhead. Sign here.
I mean, yeah, it'll be hard for him to do, but
Mm.
gotta put his head down and do it. Alright, so that's it, guys. That's it for today. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe.
And we'll see you next time. Stay tuned for our next video, which should be live in a few days. It's gonna be the basically the best transfers. It's gonna be a long video, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, we'll just discuss all the transfers and everything. It should be good.
And see who the real winners are out of it, I think. Alright, see ya.
See you guys.